Hello, Essex Junction, and welcome to the Essex Junction Trustees, Vice President Raj Chawla. Thank you so much for being here for another independent moment.
Sure, happy to be here. Exciting day.
Yeah, it's a big day. And so can you tell us why and what is big about today? And there's been a lot of joy here in Essex Junction this morning.
Well, we have H491, which is how the bill is referred to in the legislature, which is the proposed charter for the new City of Essex Junction. That cleared its second and final committee in the Vermont House today unanimously, which is fantastic. And the next step would be a vote from the full House of Representatives. We're hoping this week. We'll learn more later. And after that, it will go to the Senate for consideration in their Government Operations Committee. We hope that's the only committee it visits in the Senate. And if that's the case, then it would, and it passes that committee, it would go to the Senate for a full vote. If it passes the Senate, it would go to the governor for signature. And on July 1st, we would become a city.
Unreal.
We are a little short of halfway there, and it's looking good. And we're optimistic because of the response from both House committees and the unanimous votes.
I really like, thank you for how succinctly you've presented where we're at and where we're going. And I think what both you and I connected about today was there was a moment right after the unanimous vote that we both connected with. And together we've decided to queue up this video. Thanks so much, Raj, for sharing this moment, which occurred right after the unanimous vote at the House Committee on Ways and Means today, February 16th, 2022.
Yes. Murphy votes yes. Representative Elder? Yes. Representative Maslin?
Yeah.
Representative Matos?
Yes.
Representative Odie?
Yes.
Representative Till?
Yes.
Representative Kornheiser?
Yes.
Chair Ansel?
Yes.
11-0-0.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, yeah, and I didn't say it because we didn't have any discussion, but your town officials have gone through so much work to get to this place, and it's actually good to be able to move something along. So just in recognition of how hard this is. It's been,
many hands have been involved.
Exactly.
And I appreciate putting yours in as well.
Yeah, but thank you.
Yeah, I think who you heard speaking at first was the Ways and Means Chair, Janet Ansel. And on the bottom screen, who responded was our Representative Karen Dolan, who was in the committee today representing the village.
And what I heard Chair Ansel speak to was the amount of work and effort done by our officials. And we're so grateful to all of you because I know how much work you all put in to stay really on task. And you've just all been that way through all of this. And you've been a great team, and you've collaborated together and with staff and with the select board. And it just all of that has been such obviously great work that Chair Ansel also recognizes it.
Yeah, and I think, sure, this current board put a lot of time and effort into it. But, foundations for this, I think this was alluded to by Lori and Karen the last time you did one of these. Foundations for this were laid, over many, many years. We're just kind of taking it over the finish line, or trying to. And I think, our staff has been unbelievably great and supportive. Their energy has really helped on this. And we have an amazing legislative team in the State House right now, Lori and Karen. And really, the select board too needs a little credit on this. They've been working with us throughout this last iteration of our path forward, and it's been difficult. And I'm sure it's difficult for them. So I just wanted to reach out. And Chair Ansel, I think, referred to town officials. I think she was talking about village officials, but really this has been a collaboration with the town, and that's in some ways probably harder for them. So I just want to put a plug in for their willingness to be at the table with us, and and to work in good faith. So,
And to be part of those hands that that Chair Ansel spoke of, right? So it's everyone that's done the work, that all the people that you and Lori are alluding to, all the past, everyone that's ever brought us any step forward towards anything we tried to do to grow, and the hands of the village officials, hands of town officials. And then Karen, I really loved how graciously Representative Karen Dolan thanked Chair Ansel and that House committee for their hands too, right? So it's all the things that move us forward, always.
yeah, I completely agree. And it's such a good feeling to have that work recognized, especially with the unanimous vote and a comment after, to be able to have the community see that what they asked for, what they've been working for, because so many people have been pushing this through. And let's be honest, it wasn't the first intention, right? We
Right.
intended to be a merged community.
Right.
But I think what you're alluding to and what's been said before is, this foundation has been laid, and all of these efforts that have come before, and our past offer for merger, I think the community finally looked around and said, what else could we possibly do? This is the only path forward. And I'm relieved that folks in the legislature recognize that and are recognizing the quality of the document we put forward for them to consider. Yeah, it's reassuring, and I'm excited for Friday if the vote is on Friday, and optimistic. This is a pretty cool day.
Yeah, I think the respect shown, the thoroughness of the charter change has been seen in every conversation at the State House. I've heard complimentary things about how thorough our charter change is, and I know personally how hard staff and trustees work together for that guidance to be true. Like, that's a lot of collaborative intelligence and heartfelt dedication to task that made this charter change so thoroughly viable. Like, it's a real, confidently clear document because of how much work and effort has gone before, and the thought process of the people presently that presented that forward. And so we're all just so fortunate to be in this moment in time, and so grateful for the base that we have from before. And just I feel so proud to know that I live in a community where people would put this much time and dedication to making sure something is correct and true and growth forward.
Yeah, I mean, from the get-go on this effort, on this independence effort, staff, produced a very intentional and participatory process that was inclusive. We had great support from the community, largely in the form of our Village Our Voices, to really engage and make sure people were well informed and could offer input. And I mean, look, we've known for quite some time, I think, who we are as a village and what we want to be. And I don't think that's changed. I think we just had to look around and say, this is so important to us that we're going to do it regardless. We're just going to move forward. And I think it's exciting.
I think the very heart of what the intentionality was when the village was first developed, that desire to have those components of services that we sought, I think that very heart is exactly what is still true for us today in our intentionality to go forward. I think it's that same desire for community, and it's just beautiful. Yeah. Great.
We'll see what happens. We'll keep people notified of what's next. Waiting to hear from our representatives, Lori and Karen, as to what the schedule brings. And I understand that, community members are welcome in the State House if they want to go down for the vote. And I encourage people to, if they have the time, if it's Friday, to make the trip.
Great. That would be fun. What a fun activity.
Yeah.
We should get a
It'd be a
bus.
thought. Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Talk to Brad. Maybe JRP can. Thanks for doing this, Annie.
Yeah, thank you so much, Raj, and thanks for all you do. So we'll look and see. I'll post in the comments below if Friday is the date for the vote or if it's going to be in the future. Thank you so much for today, and thanks for being here, and thanks for all you do.
Yeah, thanks. Have a great day. See ya.
Thank you.